In 1 year from now, Nissan will be adding not one but two all-new cars in the Indian portfolio. Definitely exciting times ahead for the brand and the fans in the Indian market. Also the right time for me to come to the corporate office and meet Saurabh Vatsa, MD of Nissan Motor India, to understand what's in store for Nissan fans and of course the company's plans for the Indian market. Thank you, Saurabh-san, for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you so
to
much.
have you here, Bunny.
Always good to meet you as well.
Thank you. Same here.
I'll start with the main question. Your hero product, Magnite, is doing wonderful well.
Yep.
And in fact, it's about to hit the milestone of 2 lakh sales in the Indian market. How does it feel?
Feels good because, I was just looking at the numbers, and if you look at the last 4.5, 5 years, we've survived with one product. And we are the only company in the country which has survived with one product. And I think it's a wonderful feat as far as the team is concerned. Our dealer partners are concerned, our factory teams are concerned. We've managed to hold almost about 0.7% market share on a total TIV basis, consistently between FY20 to FY24, 25. Now, this is nothing but a lot of hard work by the teams and groundwork by our dealer partners. And obviously, I would like to say thanks to all the customers because they've placed this massive trust in this lovely Magnite SUV. And it's nothing but the belief of the customers that has propelled us forward and done that. Obviously, now with the vehicle, which is the new Magnite, which is left-hand drive, right-hand drive, being exported to 65 plus countries, getting ready to cross the 2 lakh milestone, it's a significant achievement for the brand and the product and for the people associated with the brand and the company.
By the way, the Magnite is so good, we took it to Ningla Pass, the world's highest motorable pass, not once but twice. Why twice? Well, the link is currently in the description section below. Do have a look as well. Now, Nissan has the Rethink India strategy in place.
That's right.
How are you re-engineering your positioning in the Indian market from something seen as more of a challenger to a mainstream brand going forward? 3 products very soon in the showroom. What are your steps?
I think very clearly we've described what are we doing in the country. So we shared it with you last time when we met you, that Nissan is going to be based on 3 pillars in the country. One is that we're going to be looking at Japanese DNA of the brand.
Right.
We have a very strong SUV form factor portfolio.
Right.
So Japanese DNA combined with the SUV form factor, along with specific Nissan technologies. So this is in terms of the product. This is what we'll put in the market. I think if you look at the SUV share of the market, it's almost crossing 50% now. On the business side, again, we have 3 pillars on the business side. A very strong focus on domestic.
Right.
Equally strong focus on exports. And CBUs to give the airfire to the Nissan brand. Now, when you look at our FY26, 27 targets, we've set that we're going 3x on our domestic numbers. So currently about 30,000, we take it close to 100,000. Domestic last year, exports last year, we closed at about 71,000 units. We want to cross that with 100,000 units by FY26-27. This is our strategy and the pillars on which the fundamentals of the business and the product are going to be based. Along with this, it's not going to be a very simple task because we go from one car to multiple cars in a very short period of time now. We've already said that the MPV is going to come in by the last quarter of this financial year. The C-SUV 5-seaters coming early in the next financial year, in the first quarter. Time, as you can imagine, is just about 9 months before we start talking at the first new vehicle coming in. This means a massive reorientation in terms of our network, in terms of our... when I say reorientation in terms of our network is, the network's been catering to one product till now.
True.
That same network has to now cater to multiple products starting from early next year. It will mean people priorities change at the network. We get in more manpower. It means our network in terms of touch and feel and display capabilities changes. It means we also bring in a lot of phygital capabilities added on to our existing phygital capabilities. It also means that we get ready for servicing a much wider load in our workshops. It also means enhancement of network.
Right.
So, of course, the first preference goes to our existing partners, but it means that we are going to expand into newer territories where we were not present till now.
Okay.
or we get a territory dense approach in territories which are very big. For example, if you look at Delhi or if you look at some of the bigger cities, we have capability and presence both.
Right.
But are we catering to that wider audience in these cities? Perhaps the reach has to improve. And that is where I say territory dense approach. That means we add in more in the same territories.
Got it.
So these dual pronged approach in terms of adding where we were not present and territory dense where we were present in some very large territories. But obviously we need to cater to more pockets in those territories.
Got it.
Lot of work. I think the team's excited. The team's working on it, and we are excited to get ready for all the action.
In fact, I was in Yokohama, your headquarters,
Yes.
just a while back, and I had great interactions with the global heads as well. Plus, we drove a couple of great products from Nissan. All the action, the updates and the content, the links are currently in the description section below. Do have a look on what Nissan has to offer globally. We got a hint of their engineering as well. That was a great understanding trip for us. Moving forward, we all know the 3-row MPV is coming. It's sort of a re-entry for Nissan into the MPV space. You had that space a while back. What are your plans in terms of this new set of audience who will be coming into your showrooms? Any major changes, and how will this product affect your presence in the market?
I think from a BMPV 7-seater perspective, what's clear is that the target audience will change slightly from where the Magnite is. So clearly that's going to happen.
Some sort of an overlap?
There will be a little overlap, but largely when you look at it from a duality of purpose that the vehicle brings on the table, there will be a change in the target audience. Also, if you look at it from a B-MPV, a B-SUV, Magnite, and a C-SUV, which is coming with the 5 seats and future vehicles, we are beginning to cater to a wider audience. Right? Which means what? Which means, first of all, our capability of identifying and interacting with these different target audiences internally needs to be established and be absolutely there when we launch it. Which means our marketing teams, our communications teams, our sales teams, our after sales teams need to be capable of doing that, which I'm sure we will deliver on that. Number 2 is our people abilities and our dealer abilities in the field.
Right.
They need to be absolutely in sync with where we are going.
True.
Not a small task, but that's what we're going after. Because as you can see, we are not now adding vehicles to the same segment, we are widening the segment base as well.
Right.
Which means a lot of target audience change in the marketplace. As far as the readiness is concerned, I think this is what you are seeing today, what we are announcing. It's not today we have suddenly announced it. It's a lot of work which has happened already in the background. So while we were talking to you about Magnite and X-Trail and all the other stuff, a lot of this work has been happening in the background. And I think the time's now coming up when you will begin to see it in the marketplace, in the field itself.
Awesome. We look forward to that. More the merrier. And so on one end of the lower spectrum, under the Magnite or side by side will be the 3-row BMPV, but you also have a premium C segment offering coming in. However, that segment has a lot of competition. How do you look forward to standing out? How will Nissan position that C SUV for consumers to look forward to in a different way?
I think let's step back a little bit. I mean, if you look at FY20 when we launched the Magnite, clearly there were 5 competitors. Today there are 17.
Oh yes.
And we've held our market share.
Yes.
Right? It talks of a stickiness that the brand has, right? And what's really important to understand is the brand today commands more equity than share. That is going to get flipped very soon when the new models come in. Because the equity that the brand commands exists in the marketplace. A lot of times it's the other way around. But fortunately for Nissan as a brand, there's serious equity in the market. It has to be supported with the right products in the right segments, and I think that's where we are heading to. So it's absolutely clear that as far as encashing on that equity is concerned, with the right products at the right time, at the right price, in the right segments, that's where the opportunity lies for Nissan now. And if you look back in time, between the time when we rolled out the Magnite to today, Nissan has actually taken a step back, looked at what's right for the market, come back on the success of the Magnite, and come back with the right product strategy for the market, which is now more broad-based.
Right.
And it's catering to different segments. C-SUV, of course, is a premium SUV. Nissan is, of course, has been a leader of premium SUVs with the Patrol globally. So we are not really concerned with our ability to deal with premium vehicles. what is really important is that how do we establish it in the market in a C segment. Not afraid of competition, because if you, like I said, BSUV itself has taught us a lot. From 5 to 17 competitors in that segment and holding your market share, it's really taught us a lot. And I think we are going to use that learning as we go ahead with the CSUV and the BMPV.
So you yourself touched upon the fact of competitors. Now, allow me to put this question forward. The competition also has hybrids, strong hybrids and EVs. And Nissan globally is doing great numbers with EVs. We had the Sakura EV and the Ariya as well. I drove them in Japan. When do we see strong hybrids and EVs from Nissan for the Indian market?
I think if you go back to EVs, and I keep talking about this, 40s we had the Tama, and that's where we had the Tama EV in Japan. We were the pioneers of EV tech, and we were the pioneers in terms of commercializing EV technology with the Leaf. So EV tech is not new to us. We are old players as far as EV is concerned. For India, we've said that we are looking at multiple options. We are studying multiple options, and we will have a EV in future. As far as hybrids are concerned, alternative fuels are concerned, I know your next question. All these things are under study, like we've said, and at the appropriate time, we'll make the right announcements.
So die-hard fans will not be disappointed?
Well, die-hard fans are not going to be disappointed. Like I said, the brand commands a lot of equity. We're getting ready to cater to different audiences, different products, different segments, different fuel, different engine types, different powertrains. All of that is coming in. It's a multiple set of initiatives which are coming alive in very short period of time now.
Talking of fans, any plans of making a community in India, Nissan Community? Because
you're touching something which is very close to my heart. And I think this is where we have a wonderful opportunity in the marketplace. And I think a lot of people out there today, in fact, I interact with a lot of different people, and there's a large set of community which is fans for Nissan. Now, when I say fans for Nissan, they go back all the way, and a lot of people don't know today, Bunny, that amongst the foreign players, Nissan was the first one to come into the country in early 60s when Nissan licensed the P610 petrol to the Indian government, and it was made as the Jonga in India. Nissan also provided 1-ton trucks to the army, and the army has been using them fairly well for decades together. 60s, 70s, 80s, till the newer trucks were introduced into the forces. I think there's a large community of people today, including some of the, I would say, very well-known faces. I will not name them, but
sorry to interrupt. If you love cricket, you would know the name.
Yes, and they own some of these machines, and those machines are true to their form. However, they've been upgraded for modern day amenities and facilities, and people really love to own these machines. There's very large sets of these communities in different pockets of the country. Nissan's getting ready to give them all a platform.
Oh wow!
And I'm looking forward to that day when I can collect maybe 100 of these vehicles and get them together in one place and have all of you look at the legacy and look at how proudly they have been restored, and how proudly people are putting them in as collector's items in their homes and garages. Along with that, there's also a very large set of our Z-car followers.
Yes,
there are people who follow the GTR. There are people who follow the racing abilities of our racing vehicles. Nissan's getting ready to get them onto a platform.
So if you are an owner, know someone who has the Z or the GTR or the Jonga or the 1-tonner, please DM us your details on Instagram. We would love you to also connect with Nissan directly.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to all of you. And if anybody has any of these interesting machines or any other machines that you're proud of, we'll be very happy to hear from you and look at all these machines. And we are getting ready to get you on a platform.
Before we sign off, when do we get to know the official name for the upcoming
Soon.
Yeah, MPV.
Soon. We haven't announced names for all our new cars.
Yes.
But very soon, in the near future, you will see that. You will also begin to see vehicles with camouflage. Just so that all of you and all your viewers get to know that the cars are coming out of our plant in Chennai, and our Alliance plant in Chennai, and you will get to see these cars soon enough.
If you get to snap one of the shots of the MPV or the SUV under test,
maybe we'll give you the first one.
You can earn cash from us. Thank you so much, Saurabh.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.